Now it's time to turn to our major commencement address. It's my very great pleasure to introduce this year's distinguished speaker, Mr. Andrew N. Liveris. Andrew Liveris is the President, Chairman, and Chief Executive Officer of the Dow Chemical Company. Dow is a global specialty chemical company focusing on advanced materials, agroscience, and plastics, based in Midland, Michigan, with 2012 annual sales of approximately $57 billion, making it one of the largest and most successful chemical companies in the world. Mr. Liveris attended the University of Queensland in Brisbane, Australia, graduating with a bachelor's degree in chemical engineering, and was awarded the University Medal for that year. He is a chartered engineer and fellow of the Institute of Chemical Engineers, as well as a fellow of the Australian Academy of Technological Sciences and Engineering. He joined Dow in 1976 in Australia, and then spent many years in Hong Kong, Thailand, and the Asia-Pacific area. Liveris's 37-year career at Dow has spanned roles in manufacturing, engineering, sales, marketing, business, and general management. Liveris became a member of Dow's board of directors in February 2004, and was named CEO in November 2004 and elected chairman of the board in 2006. In addition to running this large and important company, Mr. Liveris is an advocate for the criticality of manufacturing as the vehicle for improving the U.S. economy. For example, Mr. Liveris serves as co-chair of President Obama's Advanced Manufacturing Partnership, and he's the author of the book Make It in America, which presents a comprehensive set of practical policy solutions and business strategies for reviving this important sector. In recognition of his efforts in this area, he was honored with the Distinguished Performance Award for Excellence in Public Policy from the Committee for Economic Development and the International Leadership Award from the U.S. Council for International Business. Mr. Liveris sits on the board of directors of IBM and the Special Olympics, and is a trustee for the Dow Foundation. He is chairman of the U.S. Business Council, vice chair of the Business Roundtable, and also a member of the President's Export Council. It is an extremely great pleasure for me to invite Mr. Andrew N. Liveris to come forward and present his commencement address to you, entitled Chemistry at the Intersections: How the Next Generation of Chemists and Chemical Engineers Can Transform the Field and Save the World. Mr. Liveris.
Thank you, Dean Matthias. You've had 3 commencement addresses today. This is the 4th. Just one big round of applause for those 3 wonderful student speakers. I was sitting there thinking, what am I going to say now? They've really said it all, and I hope that I can spend the day with you or the afternoon here just talking with you about what I do. And really distinguished guests, proud faculty, proud families and parents and family members, and the graduates of the Berkeley College of Chemistry class of 2013, thank you for having me. It's truly a privilege. You know, my passion is chemistry. My profession, as you heard, is chemical engineering, and my purpose is to use my passion and my profession to save the world. And as corny as that sounds, that's what I do. And in this next little period of time, the 3 wonderful commencement addresses you've already heard and mine, hopefully you'll get some inspiration and motivation, because this is your day. This is a magnificent day. You've proven yourselves. You've arrived, you've met a higher standard of education. You've conquered those countless hours. You've conquered every challenge and struggle before you these last many years. And here you sit, ready to move on to those challenges. But as you know, you did not get here alone. So in this next minute or so, look around, think about the parents in the room, the family members, the mentors, the support that you had here and not here. But for the loved ones that got you here, sometimes that's a thankless job, but not today. Today, I would like you to stand for the first time, find them and give them all a round of applause. Please, would you all stand and do that right this moment? And that goes for all of you too. Thank you, everyone. Wave to them. Eyeball them. Thank you. They gave you your heart. Their heart is your passion, and you've proven to them that you are worth that investment that was talked about. Today, I'm going to speak to you about your noble pursuit. Alfred Nobel's pursuit, to be specific and precise, the work of Madame Curie, of Albert Einstein, of George Washington Carver, and of course, the brilliant work of generations of brilliant Berkeley chemists and chemical engineers, 13 of whom have won the Nobel Prize. Today, you pick up that banner, the banner of discovery that so many before you picked up, so many chemistry greats and chemical engineers and all their professions. So many of them have did it. No pressure, right? You have a high expectation of yourselves and of the giants that preceded you. I expect that not long from now, one of you, maybe many of you, will sit amongst Berkeley's notable greats, the Nobel Prize winners. And not simply because you've earned that outstanding education in chemistry and chemical engineering and other pursuits from this esteemed premier institution. No, I believe you will match, even in fact, not just the accomplishments of the past generations, not just because of that, because of what's already been stated so eloquently just before me. This exciting moment that chemistry brings to all of you, this most exciting moment for any generation. And after 37 years, I can say to you, with my passion, my profession, and my purpose, that it is the most exciting moment. You have the chance to invent, to create. You can bring the power and the possibility of innovation to the lives of those most in need, the 7 billion or so that are not in this room. Before you head off to make your mark, allow me to give you one really important word. Plastics. Now, why did I get a laugh out of that? Why did I get a laugh? Indulge me just for a moment. When I sat where you were sitting today, quite a few thousand miles from here, that was actually some standard tongue-in-cheek advice, if you like, for graduates like you and me at that time. Back then, a movie called The Graduate, yeah, go find it on Netflix and Vudu and everything else you got, was a huge box office hit. In the film, another actor, we've had a few actors evoked, we're in California after all, Dustin Hoffman was a recent graduate, and while deciding what to do with his life, he was approached by an older gentleman with a curious career tip. The tip actually proved to be one of the most famous one-word lines in the history of movies. Just one word. Plastics. There's a great future in plastics, young man. Think about it. Well, if you've seen the movie, you know that Dustin Hoffman definitely did not think about it. He had other things on his mind, and I won't go into those scenarios for you. I'm sure you know what I mean. Well, even though he didn't think about plastics, I did. In a way, I even took the advice. After graduating from the University of Queensland in chemical engineering from my native Australia, I joined the Dow Chemical Company. At that time, the world's largest maker of plastics. Names that you must know: Saran wrap, Ziploc bags, Styrofoam, household names, all invented and innovated by the Dow Chemical Company. What I quickly learned, though, was that was not all what Dow had done, and not all Dow or chemistry, in fact, could do. In the 37 years that have gone by in the blink of an eye that I've had the privilege to work for this great company, I've never felt that more strongly than I do today. Yes, plastics was just one word, but for me, it was indeed the first word in a career that has been full of life-changing products and technologies, breakthroughs that I could not have even imagined when I was holding my degree in my hand or my diploma. And in a similar way, as I've already alluded, That excitement is what many people should know about chemistry today in 2013. And will, by the time you're my age, be for you the rear-view mirror of what your generation has achieved. Plastics will be been there, done that. Ho-hum. What you would have achieved would be in the same genre. Ho-hum. So, among all the fields of the world that we can study and pursue, there's one that is the worst, and that is the world of prediction and forecast. It's the most inexact. But if I had to hazard a guess at what is in store for you, let me have a crack at it. Let me take that risk. Let's say that it's 2040. Let's visualize that we're here much older. Many of you have gone on to your careers. And you, maybe one of you, maybe many of you are giving a commencement address like this exact one. And if you are, you might arrive here in an accident-free car that drove itself to the campus and found a parking place on its own. Very pertinent today, by the way. A car that you never had to fuel up because its power is derived wirelessly while you drive. At the college where you will be giving the speech in 2040, you'll be speaking to students who, when they were not studying, of course, were playing video games. But video games that weren't video and were not games. These students will use hologram technology married with artificial intelligence to physically move 3D Tetris blocks. They will connect with their friends in real time through virtual worlds. Are you frightened yet? Connected by these famous social networks, but they will look at the users of Facebook and Twitter like we currently use the word plastics. That was been there, done that. That was so yesterday. They will chuckle that their parents use such antiquated social media tools. And in the San Francisco of 2040, indeed in cities around the world, the buildings will generate their own power, adding energy back to an interconnected yet localized grid that is completely smart and efficient. And at the same time, new devices will draw carbon out of the air and transform it into the feedstocks for the most advanced materials that all have been invented. Materials like self-healing polymers that when you put them on the wound, heal the cut, heal the tear. The buildings on the campus, the planes flying above, they're all safer, more resilient, and more durable because of these smart materials. And overhead, unmanned spacecraft are indeed mining asteroids, harnessing and harvesting the current Earth's rarest elements, and making them, for the world, materials like platinum and palladium, making them abundant. And where there is scarcity today, technology would have created indeed the world of abundance. It will break us free from the constraints of Mother Earth. Meanwhile, back at the mundane, at your house, your dishwasher is set automatically to run any time of night when electricity is the least expensive. Indeed, all your appliances will be self-regulating themselves robotically and draw power from and move it to the grid. Local, small solutions at the bottom of the pyramid for a newly efficient world. And maybe in the campus world and beyond, the refrigerator and that frozen pizza in there as it gets depleted. Not only would the materials made in the frozen pizza now be good for you, your refrigerator will order more, appearing miraculously as you open the door. Maybe that's the most exciting development of them all. Now, I don't have a crystal ball. I've given you the caveat. I for sure don't know the world of the future, and I'm not in the prediction business. But I will tell you, of all these things that I've mentioned, while they sound like fantasy, they're grounded in science that is being developed today. And so by 2040, when you give that commencement speech, that grounding combined with the imagination and creativity and chemistry of the world of the possible and the courage to dream may well have made some of these extraordinary technologies, as I've already implied, seem very ordinary. And if so, it'll be because of the work you've done. You've done. The work some of you have done, or all of you have done. And when people hear of the list of potential discoveries that I just offered, they may actually say that these advances maybe belong to some other technologies. Maybe to the technology of physics and the technology of computer scientists, and maybe to the technology of all other scientific disciplines. Not to the chemists, not to the chemical engineers. Wrong. Very wrong. Chemistry underpins it all. It's a magic that you have tamed. It's the stars that were talked about. It's the possibilities of everything. Chemistry is what enables and allows all sciences to come to life and to bond together, to create something much more magical, much more meaningful than the sum of its parts. I warned you, this was my passion. Forgive me for emoting. Compounds greater than the sum of their molecular precursors. Chemistry marks the true intersection of innovation and application. This is why I believe that all these breakthroughs belong to the future world of chemistry. Not only are you choosing the right discipline, you're choosing it, as I've said, at the right time and at the right place, at the intersection of all sciences. Indeed, chemistry, at its best, is the bridge between biology and physics, between material science and electronics. It facilitates the transition from ideas to application, from possibility to progress. It brings the magic of the 118 elements of the periodic table to life, and in partnership with every other field. And that's where the most exciting innovation is indeed taking place, in these partnerships. Now, I've mentioned some of these forward-looking inventions that fall into this category, but indulge me to let you come forward to the current world of Dow, not the world of Dustin Hoffman and plastics and The Graduate, because we have amazing things happening. And yes, drop the resume as I walk out the door, because we are exciting, not from Midland, Michigan alone, but of the world. We brought you a canola oil that takes out all fats and has removed 1 billion pounds of fat from the American diet. Yes, Kentucky Fried Chicken is now good for you. Brought to you by the world of Dow Chemical. And I know the CEO of Kentucky Fried Chicken, and he agrees with me. Of course, he's not here, but that's okay. We've combined chemistry with photovoltaic sciences. If you don't have a solar shingle in your room, go cut a deal with your local wholesaler. They're available today. A roof that generates power, thanks to the scientists of Dow Chemical, who've invented a way to get rid of that ugly solar panel on your roof and make it cheaper, more affordable for the masses today. And we've teamed up with Berkeley, right here, Berkeley graduates, to develop the next generation of battery technology, flexible, printable batteries that are both safer and more efficient and more affordable than the previous generation. These are just some examples of what chemistry practiced in enterprise and application can achieve. And these advances that are available today, launched today, have come from the generations that just preceded you. Now, Silicon Valley may be located just across the bay here, but another home of the technology business can and will be located right here at Berkeley, at places like the College of Chemistry, where chemistry is practiced. This is where you can bring to bear, as you study and have you studied your future pursuits, whether here or elsewhere, ways to develop a cleaner, safer, healthier, more productive world. Unlocking chemistry's bonds is a way to strengthen humanity's bonds. That is our power. That is your power. And because we can do it, we should do it. So today, you move out into this world. I ask you to keep that in mind. redouble your commitment to seeing the world as a place where you can actually make a difference at the intersections, where the opportunities lie. And frankly, this is how the miracles of one generation become the everyday occurrences to the next. You belong to a generation that more than any has embraced collaboration across borders, across disciplines, across platforms, across cultures. That world is now your world. You know that truly revolutionary ideas come from open-sourced environments because that is your natural environment. You do not just work at the intersections, you live there. You actually grew up there. You thrive there. And chemistry at its heart is all about crafting these new connections. You look at the Pacific Ocean just beyond this bay, hydrogen with oxygen. We just happen to call it water. We see sodium in solution with chloride, and we call it salt. We see carbon bonded with so many other elements. We call it life. Everything essential, everything elemental happens at and because of those intersections, including that monumental intersection you have reached today, commencement, the intersection of your past accomplishments and your future ones. As Berkeley graduates, you will carry forward a proud and singular tradition. There is a reason Dow is so keen to hire graduates from Berkeley, a reason why we're collaborating with your professors to develop solutions to some of the world's most daunting problems, why Dow jumped at the chance to help build one of your new laboratories, and this is earlier today we had a ribbon cutting for. Berkeley, simply put, is chemistry. As you may know, scientists affiliated with the Lawrence Berkeley Labs up the hill have discovered 14% of the periodic table, 16 brand new elements. 16 more than I discovered, by the way. This heritage of discovery belongs to you. This legacy of innovation belongs to you. How will you use it? That's up to you. You made it here as students because you had tremendous potential and you realized it. You're leaving here as graduates because you fulfilled that potential. You worked hard, you pushed yourselves, held fast to your commitment to knowledge, to innovation, and to progress. If you reside in you the ability, the talent, the passion to use these 118 elements, to find the new ones, to mix and blend them, to combine them, and with them paint a better future. Graduates, I don't know exactly what that future will look like, but as that movie, The Graduate, shows us, older guys offering career advice seldom do know. Seldom do. But I do know one thing, it does belong to you, and the future is brighter because of you. Seize it, enjoy it, thrive in it. You've earned it. If you take it, you will never regret a single moment, just like I haven't. And by the way, I've only just begun. So have you. Good luck to you. Enjoy your careers and life from here.